All right. Well, hey guys, welcome back to Music Talk with John. I am finally going to share with you my thoughts on my Record Store Day 2025 purchases. So I'm just going to get right into it. Got some notes. I'll be looking over here, made some notes over here. And I might share with you some of the rankings. Went ahead and ranked them and made some notes about the vinyl quality. I think overall I was pretty satisfied with the quality of what I picked up. I don't know if anybody else has any issues with what they got or I don't know, but let's see. So the first one I'm going to bring up, this one didn't pick up initially, but it was still there and I was kind of wondering about it and I had never heard of the label before, so I wasn't sure what I should do if I should pick it up, but I'm glad I did pick it up. So there's this John Lee Hooker, I think it's called the Charcot Sessions. I believe he recorded this in France or Paris, something like that. Somewhere in, let's see, the complete October 1969 recordings from Studio Charcot in Paris. So, I wasn't sure because it's a Southern Echoes, and I'd never heard of them before. And I've had some, not so great recordings of, Record Store Day stuff, so I wasn't sure what to think. But this thing is wow. This is blues. If you want some good blues, this is so good. It's three albums, and each one they kind of captured a different picture of him. So it's kind of neat what they did here. So I'll show you the box. It's a decent setup. Um, got the hype sticker here, but I did take them out because they're each one was in this. Um, but I don't know if we call this hard, like a hard paper, like photo paper almost. But each one, like I said, has a different picture on here of those sessions. So I mean, like I said, overall pretty good presentation. I like the color of the vinyl; it's pretty good. My note here: no noise on the vinyl, but it was on this cool blue vinyl. Each album. So like here's volume 2. It's another picture of him, and it's just really, I mean, they're bantering. You supposedly got the top musicians, session musicians of the day that he's recording with, and you can tell they're just having a good time, and it's just raw blues. It's four-piece band, I think. It didn't put the note on the personnel, but I know it's here, so I'll share that with you here in a second. I just like showing these pictures; they're just kind of cool. So just just a really, I'm glad I picked this up. Don't know why. Well, I know why I didn't pick it up originally, but I went ahead and took the chance, and man, I'm glad I did. So if you see this and you like blues, if you want to try the blues out, definitely pick this one up. It is really good. Let me see. I know somewhere on here, there's only like four guys. Um, it was, of course, I can't see anything here. Here we go. So you have bass guitar, Carrie Bell, drums, S.P. Leary, guitar, Lowell Fulson, and guitar and vocals, John Lee Hooker. So four guys, and it's just good. It's just raw blues. Like I said, good storytelling, motion in his singing. Just good stuff. He's one of my top blues guys now. He kind of crept up on me. It's been before it was like Howlin' Wolf and BB King and Muddy Waters. But John Lee has got a little special place in my blues heart now. Really digging his stuff. All right, and overall, did I give it a star rating? I have like a star rating system now. This would probably get, I mean, I'm gonna say it's probably like a 4 out of 5 stars or 4.5 out of 5 stars. If I had to, if you pressured me right now, but I haven't completely finished my ranking, but I would say that was like a 4 out of 5, maybe 4. I don't know. It's almost a perfect album. I'm gonna have to really think about my ranking. So anyway, then I picked up this 13th Floor Elevators, and this is live Houston Music Theater. Never released on vinyl before. It's like a psychedelic. garage band sound. Um, and there's not much what do you call it, audience noise in this. The Because they had another album, I think it's called Live. It was their second album, second release, I believe, and they put in the audience applause and all that stuff, which is strange, but it was just more of a, not really a comp, but just leftover stuff and unreleased stuff. But this is a true live album, so it's not bad. The vinyl had a little bit of just random noise here and there, but not bad. Like I said, those John Lee Hooker albums, those sounded fine. I don't think there was anything on those as far as noise, but this is a good album. This completes my 13th Floor Elevators, I think, as far as I know. There's three studio albums and in the live or this live album. So um, let's see, restored for the first time on a mono mix. I made a note about the mono. I think being a mono makes it sound more like a studio album. I don't know, that's what I was thinking at the time. But it's on this cool vinyl, another blue album. And it's like a translucent blue. So pretty cool. You can see that. There we go. So pretty cool. It's got some color in there, some marble look or whatever. But yeah, good album. Enjoyed this one all the way through. Like 13th Floor Elevators. I'm still getting used to their music, but every time I play it, I enjoy it. So it's just a matter of getting familiar with the songs and what songs are where and what on what albums and all that. So, but definitely glad I'm picking up all this 13th Floor Elevator stuff. And then here's another one, and I'll blame Melinda Murphy for this one. I wasn't going to pick up any more Doors. I was, I knew that I had heard rumors of the last one, the Paris one, I think, and the recording quality was questionable, and it was, but it was still enjoyable. And I'm like, okay, I have enough of that kind of bootleg or strange recording of the Doors stuff or whatever. But I was watching Melinda Murphy, and she's praising it. Oh my God, it sounds so good. And I'm like, oh, and I just left the record store, and she's praising this album. So I literally called them and said, "Hey, so I still had like two copies or whatever. Can you go ahead and grab it and put it aside for me?" And they did. I'm like, so anyway, I got this home, and it sounds really good. In my modest system, I don't have anything crazy. I know Melinda has a really good system. But it sounds good, everything in there, and you can hear them kind of iron out the rough edges on songs. But it's rough mixes from the album's early 1967 sessions discovered after 58 years. I think that's probably just like hype. I'm sure they just discovered it was what in somebody's closet or something. Without the final overdubs heard on the original release on translucent blue vinyl. So another blue vinyl. But I'm just glad I picked this up. I like Strange Days, the album. I liked all the Doors albums except for what Soft Parade or whatever. It was a little questionable, but had still had some good stuff on it. So just kind of cool, and it's kind of cool what they did with that. But let's see, notes on here: rough mixes without the final overdubs. It doesn't include all the songs though. Didn't have Moonlight Drive, People Are Strange, which is a really good song, and My Eyes Have Seen You. Didn't have those. And just had a little bit of noise. Track one, I'm not gonna give you all the details, but a little bit of noise on each side, but nothing crazy. I think another good cleaning, it'll be gone. It's probably just some static, but cool blue vinyl. Goes with the look of it. But Melinda Murphy, thank you. Although I know you don't usually watch my channel, but that's cool. Um, and there's the original album cover. Yeah, it's pretty cool, like an old tape box. So pretty neat how they did that. But really good. If you see it in your Doors fan, don't pass this one up. It's definitely worth getting. I'm glad I did watch that video. So there's that one. I'm putting it in upside down, so let me redo that. All right, then there is this Elton John. This one I did have some issues, a couple issues on there. There were some a little bit of static on side one, and there were some major pops, of course, on one of my favorite songs, Tonight. So I'm hoping I'm going to get that washed out and get it taken care of. But I picked this one up. I knew I wanted this because it's him doing some songs I've never heard him do live, and it's just him on a piano. And you have Ray Cooper, right? Yeah, Ray Cooper, who's the guy that I knew him from, like, with Clapton, watching him with, I believe, like Phil Collins, a lot of different people. He's just this energetic, bald dude, just goes crazy on percussion, bongos. I don't know if he does backup vocals. I don't know if I've ever seen him do backup vocals, but just all kinds of percussion. But he's very energetic and into it. And he's a session guy that um, I've seen several times, especially in the 80s, playing with different people. This was made in Germany. And I had never heard The Greatest Discovery. I don't know if I'd ever heard that live anywhere before, but again, it's just Elton on a piano, and then Ray Cooper comes in just on a couple songs, one, two, three, like four songs to just accompany on some percussion and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Um, but he did like Where to Now, St. Peter. Love that song. I wanted to hear it raw and live and just stripped down, and it didn't disappoint. So none of these really disappointed. Gave this one a no, this is the wrong one. Let's get to the right album. There we go. It got a 4 out of 5 stars. So I don't know if they're not really any duds. They're ones that are questionable. There's Ticking was a song, and Better Off Dead, and I wasn't really familiar with those. And a song Idle. Those were the ones that were like, they're okay. I couldn't really make up my mind on them, but the strong stuff was The Greatest Discovery, which was off his first album, and that was about a little boy who gets to go see his brand new brother for the first time, and Bernie Taupin's lyrics are just amazing on that. Border Song, Where to Now, St. Peter, Sweet Painted Lady, that was another one I hadn't heard, basically stripped down, so I was looking forward to that. Tonight, even though it has the big pops, it was still a really good recording. Um, Feel Like a Bullet in the Gun of Robert Ford, and Roy Rogers off of what do you call it? Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. So yeah, I'll hopefully get that pop out of there. And otherwise, it is an enjoyable listen. So I'm glad I got it, and I rated it like a 4 out of 5, like I said. So very happy with it. I guess I'm just black vinyl. Yeah, just black vinyl. But yeah, I saw this and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to get that. All right. Next we have Marcus King, and I'm really having just a tough time with this guy. I really like him. I like watching his live stuff on YouTube. He's got a lot of really good videos. He did the Grand Old Opry and did a great job on that. Great guitar player, soulful singer. His first album, I think it was his first album. I think he maybe had EPs before that, but the first album was El Dorado, and that came out in 2020. And I remembered not liking it that much or having issues with it, but I did pick it up in St. Augustine last year or something like that. And I ended up rating that album like a 4 out of 5 stars. So that worked out pretty good. And it's like soulful, a lot of good stuff on there. Decent variety. That's why. But I think what I'm having a problem with his stuff is it's kind of, I hate using the word redundant, but it's like not enough variety maybe. Because I want to like his stuff more, and I like who he is, and it's like, oh, I want these albums to click with me, but they're just not. Um, and I kind of fell into a problem with this, and I didn't really know what was happening here. Now it's the live at the from the Bluebird Cafe, and I was thinking live, okay, that's what I want, his live stuff. But this is a different kind of live. This is more of felt more intimate. It was more mellow, so it's a lot of those songs, and you can hear the quality there, and the lyrics are good and all that, but it just after a while I was like, what time is it kind of thing. I'm like, why am I getting bored with this? I don't know. And he only really lets loose on the guitar on like one or two songs at the end, and I was kind of expecting more of that. The banter on here is good though. The storytelling, that's a cool part of this. Gives you information about the songs and all that, and pretty cool. So I don't know. Hopefully it'll grow on me, but right now, this one I gave like a 3 out of 5 stars because it just didn't, do it completely there. So there's Marcus right there. And the song, another blue vinyl, big blue vinyl. for all these are blue vinyl. The ones that aren't black are all blue. So yeah, so I'm gonna give it another try, and I really like Marcus King. If he ever came to town, I'd be there in a second. And I'm hoping the albums start catching for me, but I'm still gonna root for this guy because I like him. I like his story. He talks about his mental health issues and things like that. So I can really appreciate him. So I'm not giving up on Marcus King, but yeah. And I'm not going to say I was disappointed, but I was disappointed in the fact that I didn't like it more, but I wasn't disappointed in the performance because it is good playing on there. He's got another guy playing like slide guitar and stuff like that with him, so it's good. I just wanted to like it more, so can't blame the artist for that, or can you? This one, was this on my list? No, I picked this up later because I just kept kind of looking at it. But this Sting 3.0, man, it's good. His guitar player, what is the guy's name? I hate that I can't remember. I think it's Dominic. Yeah, Dominic Miller. And I've seen some funny kind of videos with him. He went on, what's his name? With the white hair there that everybody watches in the VC. Beato, Rick Beato. Sting was on there, and he was kind of having fun with Dominic a little bit on his, I guess, his chords for the Beatles song, Blackbird or whatever. But it's just Sting on vocals and bass, Dominic guitars and backing vocals, and then Chris Moz on drums. And I like it because it's hitting a lot of good stuff from Sting's solo career as well as the Police. So it's really good stuff. Overall, I gave this a 4.5 stars out of 5. So it was almost a perfect album for me. Liked every song. I'm looking here, but I don't see anything. No, there's not one song that was questionable. I liked them all, and the strongest of them were like Fields of Gold. I love that song, and they did a great job. That's such a quiet song, and Dominic can really fill out pieces and parts with his guitar playing. It's just really good. But I wrote Your Name Upon My Heart. I liked a lot, and Every Breath You Take, of course. But they still did a good job. Coming right in with Sting's vocals on "Message in a Bottle" is the first song, and little well you're hearing his age, but he still has a strong voice, so ears perked up going uh-oh. And I just seen him about a year ago, and I could tell the difference. His voice has gotten older, but it's still, I say, still decently strong. um but as this album progressed, the voice just got better, music got better. I mean, just good. I mean, and song selection, like I said, is a mixture. He had Englishmen in New York, 7 days, all this time. He's picking some of the songs with these interesting key changes and timings and all that, so it's really cool. Synchronicity too. Always like that one. That they did a good job on that. Fortress Around Your Heart, Wrapped Around Your Finger, Shape of My Heart. Just yeah, Tea in the Sahara. Just good stuff. But double album. I think they released another one, but it's only like one album. This is the double. So there's the inside with all the credits. That, and I don't remember. I do need to change out this because it's the paper cardboard stuff, and it's on black vinyl. So yeah, this is very good. If you're a casual Sting fan or Police fan, this is a good comp live. And he talks to the audience and all that. Just good stuff. So I definitely recommend this one. Um, this, oh, so good. Thin Lizzy. This is this is Jailbreak alternate versions, and really good sound quality. This is in the studio, so the sound quality is there. Thin Lizzy Jailbreak alternative version. Thin Lizzy's classic album like you've never heard it before, which is very true. Featuring alternate versions of the classic tracks. It's a limited edition. There's your backside. And I think it's on, yes, just on some black vinyl. So, yeah, it's more of a raw sound, unfinished sound, but still good. The songs aren't like, they're pretty much formed, but obviously not what they ended up being on the album. So, but there's less production, minus some of the sound effects that they used in the original release. Um, I put slightly less energy, but still good. And that I don't remember, but it must have been something a little bit different. Maybe they were still kind of working the songs out, so they weren't putting everything into it. I don't know, but yeah. That's an interesting comment that I made. Made me appreciate the final product of the released album. Yeah, seeing not that this is bad, but seeing what it was and then what it ended up being is always a cool process. Then there were instrumental versions of some of the songs, just no lyrics, and just you can really hear what's going on with the bass playing and all that stuff, which is awesome. But instrumental versions of Warriors, The Boys Are Back in Town. So those two, yeah, those are only two. Okay, so no, there's three. Yeah, Cowboy, Warriors, The Boys Are Back in Town, and Cowboy Song. Um, but I put Cowboy Song as mostly instrumental, but there's a little dialogue in there, but not much. So that's not what the final product was. But good, clean pressing, sounded fine, no noise. I compared it side by side with the original just to see, and it's just a fun version to have of that album. So if you're into Thin Lizzy, especially like Jailbreak, I'd definitely pick this up. And gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. So that's it. Thin Lizzy. Man, what the heck's going on? There it is. Thin Lizzy. Definitely recommend it. Now we're getting into, I'm going through a Warren Zevon phase, big time Warren Zevon phase these days. Just want to get everything he put out and finally kind of understanding his music, his sarcasm, his dark humor, just everything about him. And there's a reason I'm going to be doing a video on his stuff, a ranking and talking about his albums because there's a lot to talk about, and there were so many people that ended up on his albums that just love this guy. So, and seemed like right to the end. So, anyway, I hadn't really heard about this, but a friend of mine, I was talking about the record store day list before it came out, and he mentioned this, and then I forgot about it, and then it came in at the store, and luckily I was able to get a copy of it. There's actually still a copy sitting there, which I don't get. Somebody needs to get a copy of that because this is good. This is more blues based too, which is weird because the backing band is REM with minus Michael Stipe. So it's Warren Zevon, lead vocals, and I think he played piano or something on guitar, maybe on some of them. But REM, but it's a lot of blues music on here. Of course, it's so freaking small. Let me see. Yeah, look how freaking small. I mean, I have all that room, and that's how small they put these are the songs in white. It's like, are you just trying to mess with me? But they do a cool cover of Raspberry Beret, Prince's song. It's good. But they do Manish Boy on here, Battleship Chains, A One Woman Man, Vigilante Man, Traveling Riverside Blues, Walking Blues. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this to be a blues album, but it is, and it's good. And if you're a Warren Zevon fan, especially, get this thing. And if you're not, still check it out if you're an REM fan. Although it doesn't have much of an REM feel to it. It's like a blues band, but they did a great job with it. This is on black vinyl. And here's the original cover. Yep, right there. And right there. So very cool. But yeah, pick that up. Glad I got it. I think I'm only missing one of his albums right now. My Ride is Here, and it's really hard to get a hold of. So hopefully they'll re-release that at some point. But they also had this box, and this is caught me up on the later Zevon, except for the My Ride is Here, and it has Mr. Bad Example. It has a 2 record live set of him in, was he in Ireland? Can't remember, but it's Learning to Flinch, and then he had Mutineer. So they released them all together in this cool little box. You know, nothing too fancy or whatever, but nice. And I think what was this? This had a this old booklet in here. Guess this is the thing they did with the remasters and stuff. This symbol, the smoking skeleton. It's a little booklet telling you about all the albums and stuff. So it's pretty cool that they released all these together, and hopefully they'll release My Ride is Here. That'd be cool. But yeah, there's the Mutineer. And they're all I think just black vinyl. Yeah, black vinyl. And each one has like a little thing with the lyric. Well, this one has the lyrics and some artwork there. So I don't know if that was included with the original album or not. That's how they did it. Then learning to fly, or not learning to fly, learning to flinch. So, and it's mainly him. No band, right? Yeah, just mainly him playing acoustic and some piano stuff. A lot of 12 string. You can see it right there. But like I said, two, a 2 album set up there. And if they had an insert in that one or not. Nope, don't see an insert. But had songs like Splendid Isolation, Lawyers, Guns, and Money, Mr. Bad Example, Hasten Down the Wind. The recording, some of it is a little, you have a hard time hearing them a little bit. It's a little bit of a rough live recording, but it still puts you in there and you can feel the energy of the recording and everything. So overall, it's a good recording. And just to back it up a little bit, Hindu Love Gods, I gave a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Then I did Mr. Bad Example, which I didn't show yet. Mr. Bad Example. There's that. Black vinyl and another insert on that one with lyrics and credits and all that stuff. So really good presentation. It's trying to bend on me. I know it. It's catching something. There we go. Mr. Bad Example, I gave, so that was 3.5 out of 5 stars. Um, that might need a better rating. That might need about a 4. Yeah, I don't understand why I gave that a 3.5. Because Susie Lightning was a big one on there, and Searching for a Heart was big, and then the rest I liked. Those are the big standouts, and the rest I like. So, 2, 3. I'm gonna give that a 4 out of 5 stars. So I'm changing my rating as we speak. I think it deserves that. Then Learning to Flinch. Where is it? Did I not rate that one? No, I didn't rate that one. But the I did Mr. Bad Example, but Mutineer, I didn't rate it yet. So yeah, I got to give that another listen. So I don't have a rating on that one yet. So I'll be doing that. And some of this could change too when I do my Warren Zevon video. Because like I said, I don't know if I'm going to break it down into maybe 3 albums at a time or something like that. And just go through each album. And then I'll do a ranking of it also. So anyway, these are good quality. All these albums sounded, they did a good job with the pressing. Very impressed with that. Impressed with the pressing. So that was very cool. Very happy to have that. So I feel like overall it worked out good with what I picked up and the quality and all that. Like I said, a couple of those I need to um, give another good cleaning and probably take it to the record store and use one of their cool high pressure systems or whatever to maybe get some of that grit out of there because I just think it's just dirt that's in there or whatever, like new albums get. So other than that, though, I was pretty happy with what I got. I'm glad I limited myself. There's, you start looking and you still want some sitting there, some jazz still there and all that. And you're like, ooh, okay. But nope, I backed it off and I'm happy with what I have. And I'm still in the process of, getting some albums out of here and really doing a little, I know you guys want to hear about it in the vinyl community, but making decisions on, there's certain albums that I have that I had on CD already and sometimes they're just fine on CD. And I'm making that decision of what I'm going to be keeping for vinyl and what I'll have on CD. So I'm going through that process. So there'll be some interesting videos coming up. Once I get these filed and everything organized, I'm probably going to start going through my record collection again because that was something I was doing and I know people enjoyed that and I kind of stopped. I think I stopped on Billy Joel or something, probably. But I want to work my way through my whole album collection and really share that with you guys and talk about it and gives me a chance to uh, get more familiar with some of the albums I don't know that well. But anyway, that's what I have for you guys. Sorry this ran a little bit long here. Where are we at? Yeah, geez, 30 minutes. How the heck? So hopefully you guys stuck with me. But anyway, had a good time. I'm glad I did Record Store Day. I'm not gonna be like Rob over there in the north there Northern Revolutions, and giving up on Record Store Day. If you haven't seen that video, check that out. It's good stuff. It's good what he did there. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I know it's been a while. I've been really busy. I'm trying to get these videos out. It is almost midnight, but I got up and I'm making this freaking video. So I actually made 3 videos today. So I don't know if you've seen them already. Probably, because this will come out probably after the ones I filmed today at the record store. I did a what's new at the record store again for the first time since like January. So anyway, I'll let you guys go. Thank you for watching, and until next time, you guys enjoy your music, all right? Bye.